Hi, Miss Kathy here. Welcome to the Summer Vacation Sign Language series. Today we will be learning signs related to going on a cruise. So let's pack our bags and head to the warm tropics. Cruise ship. It's going to be the same sign as boat. So you're going to have two B hand shape, and then you're going to put them together facing up and kind of angle it so it looks like a boat. And then we're going to bounce up and down like it's sailing on the ocean. Cruise ship. Cruise ship. Sailing. With a non-dominant hand, we have a B hand shape facing up. And then with your dominant hand, you're going to make a three hand shape and you're going to lay it on its side on your palm of your hand. And then you're going to rock back and forth like it's sailing on the ocean. Sailing. Captain. With your dominant hand, you're going to make a claw C hand shape, and then you're going to put it on top of your shoulder. Captain. Captain. Itinerary. You're going to sign three signs to make that one word, itinerary. So with your non-dominant hand, you're going to have a flat B hand shape, and we're going to sign list. With your dominant hand, you're going to fold the top part of it down, and then you're going to put it up against your palm of your hand, and you're going to go down. List. List. That's the first part of the sign. The second sign is travel. With your dominant hand, you're going to make a 2X hand shape, and then you're going to move it in a circular motion forward. Travel. That's the sign for travel. The next sign is information. So you're going to make two flat O hand shape. You're going to bring it to your forehead, and then you're going to come out in a flat palm, like I'm giving my what I know, and I'm giving it to you. Information. Information. So those three signs, list, travel, information, will make the word itinerary. Gangway. That is the ramp that takes you from the ground to the ship. Gangway. So you're going to have two B hand shapes on its side, and then you're going to go from your body forward. Gangway or aisle. Gangway. Aboard is to get on the ship. So you're going to make a C hand shape facing down like you're holding a cup. And then you're going to have a double X hand shape like people leg. And then you're getting on the ship. Aboard. Stateroom or cabin. With both hands, you're going to make a B hand shape. We're going to have them facing each other. And then what we're going to do is create like a box. So you're going to go one side of the box and then the other side of the box. This is the sign for room. Room. And then we're going to sign ship because that's where the stateroom is. So we will sign room, boat, stateroom, stateroom. Cabin steward. There's a couple of different ways that you can sign it. We can spell it. Then we can sign cabin and then server person. Cabin steward. Life vest or life jacket. We can spell it. And then we would sign life. We would have two L handshapes facing you down by your waist, and then you're going to bring it up. That would be life. And then jacket, you'd have two C handshapes, bring it to your shoulder, and then you're going to bring it down and then buckle them. Life jacket. Life jacket. Lifeboat. Again, we're going to sign life, L handshake at the waist and bring it up. Life. Do you remember how to sign boat? That's correct. 2B handshake. Put them together facing up. Angle them. Boat. Lifeboat. Lifeboat. Muster drill. This sign is going to have three different components. The first sign we're going to use is gather. You're going to make a 5 hand shape facing down, kind of from your shoulders, and then you're going to come together. Gather. And then we're going to sign area with your dominant hand facing down, and you're going in a circular motion in this area. So gather, area, and then we're going to sign for drill. With your non-dominant hand, you're going to have your index finger laying down, and then with your dominant hand, you're going to make an A hand shape, and you're going to put it on top from the knuckle to the fingertip, and you're going to go back and forth. Drill. Gather, area, drill. Muster, drill. Muster, drill. Pool. There's a couple different ways that you can sign this. You can finger spell it. And then you can also sign water with a W hand shape on your dominant hand. Bring it to your chin. Water. And then you're going to make two C classifiers facing down. Pool. Pool. Or pool. Deck. You can finger spell it. And then also you can sign with your both hands, going at an angle, going to touch the finger at the fingertip, and then you're going to come out. Deck. Deck. Or you can, with 2B handshake, put them together and come out. Deck. Deck. Sometimes they sign with a flat O going in your C handshake and bringing it out. That's out, outside, deck. Outside, deck. Atrium. You're going to have both B hand shapes folded in half and bring it above your head, and then you're going to bring it over, and then your dominant hand is going to stay stationary, and your left hand is going to turn into a 5 hand shape for saying area. Atrium. Atrium. Dining room. There's a couple of different ways that you can sign it. You can dine as to eat with a flat O hand shape. This is the sign for eat. Dining, and then room. Dining room. Or you can initialize the D, make a D hand shape, initialize it, and say dining room. Or formal night. With your dominant hand, you're going to make a 5 hand shape. You're going to bring it to your chest, and then go out formal. Formal. To sign night, you're going to have your non-dominant hand and arm laying flat, and then your dominant hand going to make a bent hand shape, and then you're going to come over as the sun is setting. Night, night, formal night, formal night. Shows. So you're going to make it 2A hand shape, and you're going to have the thumb facing you, and then you're going to go in a circular motion. Show or theater. If it was a music show, you could sign with the flat hand shape on your dominant hand and go back and forth. Musical show or theatrical shows. Show. Crew director. So do you remember how to sign crews? With your 2 flat B hand shape touching at the bottom, and then you angle it to make it look like a boat. Crews. And then we're going to sign director, which is a person who is in charge of everything. So you're going to make 2X hand shape. You're going to lay it on its side, and then you're going to go back and forth like they're managing. That's the sign for manage. Manage. And then you're going to make the person sign. So cruise director. Cruise director. Kid club. With your dominant hand, you're going to make what we call a hook 'em horns. For those that don't live in Texas, that's a hook 'em horn for the University of Texas. And then you're going to lay it down. You're going to put your index finger under your nose, and then you're going to kind of wiggle, kind of like they're wiping their nose. Kids. And then club, you're going to sign it. Kid club. Or you can say children club. C-Day. So there are a couple of different ways that you can sign it. You can first sign it with water, and then your 2B hand shape are going to mimic the waves of the ocean, C. And then you're going to have your horizontal arm horizontally, and your dominant hand with the D hand shape, the elbow on the hand, and then it's going to come down, representing the sun coming down for day. Day. C-Day. Or you can sign C-Day. Dock. There's a combination of signs to create this, for this word dock. We would sign boat. And then with our dominant hand, you're going to have it, well, your non-dominant hand, you would have it flat. And then you're going to make your 3 classifier. This is the boat laying on its side, and then it's coming to the dock, and then connect. So we would say boat, sail, connect. Dock. Tender. We would spell it. And it's essentially a lifeboat as well. So we would sign life, boat, tender. Ashore. With your left hand dominant, your non-dominant hand facing down, and then your dominant hand, you're going to kind of make a beach effect sign, because you've got your dock, you've got your water, and it's coming up. And then I would do like a person to walk ashore. So ashore, to come ashore. Port of call. We can finger spell it. port of call. And essentially what it is a short visit is what a port of call means. So we would sign short where we have two H hand shapes, and then the dominant hand will go on the top from the knuckle, and you're going to like chip it off, short, short, visit. Two V hand shape that you'll go back and forth. Visit. Port of call. Port of call. Excursion. There's a few different ways that you can sign it. First, you can fingerspell. Excursion. And one way that you can sign it is to sign enjoy, which you're going to have two flat B hand shape that you're going to put on your chest, and then you're going to go around in circles. Enjoy. And then you're going to make two 5 hand shapes that are going to lay flat, kind of seeing everything, enjoying seeing everything. That's one way to do excursion. Another way is to sign short trip. You're going to, for short, you have two H hand shape. Your dominant hand's going to go at the top where your knuckle is, and then you're going to shave it off. Short, short, and then trip with your dominant hand, make a double X hand shape. Excursion, excursion, excursion.